Hi everyone. So I'm gonna do more tutoring, English language stuff specifically with nouns and pronouns. We're gonna be focusing on the story, the cat who thought she was a dog and the dog who thought she was a cat, and I'm going to be looking at the specific nouns and pronouns to help you out. Because sometimes, especially for you guys, maybe you're Chinese or Indian and you want some help and you want to hear specifics and know the specifics. I always wanted to I always wanted to. So I hope you guys, this will help you out. So we're going to start now. So the last video, I stopped at suitors. So yeah, so let me just go that over. Suitors, that's a noun, meaning it's because it's a thing. It's a common noun because you have many examples of it. It's not unique, like how example you might have the word ideologies, but then you have the specific ideology, which is Marxism or cuboidism or something like that. Then suitors is also concrete because you can touch a suitor. Suitor is countable because you can say a suitor or suitors. It's masculine because a suitor is usually a male, and it's masculine because it's a suitor being male has male reproductive organs or genitalia. And remember, in English language, how the setup is where only males and females can be given that gender, but in, I think, French and German, inanimate objects can get male or female, can be feminine or masculine. So suitors is also plural because suitors has an S on it. Suitors is also regular because the spelling isn't changed in order to get the plural. Right, so we have the next sentence. They had never been afflicted with the vanity of city girls. Wow, vanity, vices, immorality, stuff like that. But anyway, so we have the word vanity. Vanity is a noun. I'm not sure whether to call it a common noun. Is because I know it's abstract. You can't touch vanity or what is vain. It's uncountable because you can't. I don't think you can have the word vanities, and I don't think it exists in the plural. I'm not sure whether it's neutered, regular, or singular either. So if you can talk to someone and ask them, like an English language lecture, I'm not sure if it's common, singular, irregular, or neutered. I have where I have next sentence. The one with the broad nose kept trying to pinch it together with her fingers to make it narrower. Let me stop right there. So we have this one right here, the one. I assume that the one is a substitution for one of the daughters. So I'm not sure whether to call one in this case a pronoun, because a pronoun is usually used as a substitution for a proper noun. For example, when they say John Skiba, who is the father of the daughters, John Skiba, yeah, John Skiba, the substitution for that would be the pronoun he. He is the father of those girls or whatever. So I'm not sure. It is, I think, is a pronoun, and it's a third person personal pronoun. So it would be the substitution for an object. For usually other third person personal pronouns would be he and she, but that represents a person. It represents that which isn't a person. Well, her no, it is a substitution for nose, but a nose isn't a person. So I guess that is valid or is acceptable. So we have fingers. Fingers is a noun, it's a common noun, it's concrete, it's countable, it's neutered, it's plural, and it's regular. Then we have the next sentence. The one with the too long chin pushed it up with her fist to make it shorter. So we have the word here, fist. So fist is a noun, it's a common noun, it's concrete, it's countable, it's neutered, it's singular, and it's regular. And then we have the next one. The one with the freckles wondered if there was a salve. I've, in this story, this word, I've never heard of it before, salve. So the one with the freckles wondered if there was a salve in the city that could remove freckles. So salve is a noun, it's a common noun, it's concrete, it's countable, it's neutered, it's singular, and it's regular. Just to be specific, I'm not sure if I should call it countable because I don't know, I don't have any background knowledge or previous info whether you can, if you could say a salve or salves, because uncountable noun is one in which a can precede it and it exists in the plural form. So I'm not sure, and I'm not sure if it's regular because I don't know the plural of the word salve. So I don't know if you'd get salves or a different spelling, as when you have tooth then you get teeth, or when you have wife and you have wives. Right. And we have the next one. But where would the money come from for the fare to the city? And this is a big issue for families everywhere. Fare to the city is the equivalent to transportation. So that's a big issue. So we have the noun money. So money is a noun, it's a common noun. It's uncountable. And uncountable, this is interesting because uncountable is that which cannot exist in the plural form. I had a RE teacher, religious education, who used to say monies. So you'd have one money, two money, three money, five monies. But then really and truly, to be grammatically correct, money does not exist in that way. So it's uncountable. It doesn't exist in the plural, and it's neutered because it doesn't have any genitalia. I'm not sure at the same time whether to call it plural because, you know, you could have $1 and a dollar is singular, but then if you have $2, that's more than one, hence it's plural. And in this case, I would assume that it require more than one of whatever currency which they have, which I think is the currency is Gosh or something like that. I don't remember. It most likely isn't Gosh. I can't remember, but yeah. Well, and then we have the next one, which is fear. So fear, not fear as in, oh, that's not fair. A fear as in money to pay to a taxi or a cab, or in this case, I'd assume it's like a donkey. I don't know. It could be a donkey or something, yeah, that you ride on. So fear is a noun. It's a common noun. It could be. It's definitely not abstract. Therefore, it has to be concrete. Um, I'm not sure if it's uncountable. I'm not sure if fear exists in the plural, or if it can't exist in the plural, it would make it uncountable. I'm not sure. So I have an question mark beside uncountable. It's neutered, meaning it doesn't have a gender. It's singular, and I'm not sure if it's regular. I don't know of fear being in the plural, and if it can exist in the plural, that would mean that it could not be uncountable. But I'm not sure. And I have the last sentence. And what? No, not the last. And what about the money to buy this salve? We already did that, so we don't need to look at that sentence. And now we have, for the first time, the Skiba family deeply felt its poverty and envied the rich. Interesting fact about this. One guy on this thing called RT Network said the reason why some people might want riches is because they see an example of it, so they now have an expectation of how they should live, and then it causes all kind of problems. So before, they just live their lives, that's it. But now there's a comparison between what they have and what they don't have, and who has it, which is the rich, which causes all of this turmoil within themselves and among themselves. So we have the word poverty. Poverty is a noun, it's a common noun. It's it's um I I don't know if it can touch poverty because like poverty is a constitution of many different things. So I'm not sure whether to call it concrete or abstract. It's uncountable, it's neutered, it's I'm not sure whether to call it singular, or it cannot be irregular because irregular would mean that it exists in the plural, and it being uncountable means that it doesn't exist in the plural. So let me just cross that out. It does not exist. It's not irregular. Right. Um,